Okay, this is a follow-up to some of the budget workshops that we've had, and in direct relation to the cuts of approximately 40% due to the loss in revenues on the federal and state levels. We discussed in those that we would have to eliminate 9 of our full-time benefited positions and then supplement with some wintertime temp work. So this meeting is to identify the positions that will be cut, because that is something that needs to be approved by the board. So just to give you an idea how we came up with what would be cut from what department, what positions would be cut. We really looked and did an evaluation of what must be accomplished by our department in order to satisfy obligations to keep the roadways open, safe, and maintained for public travel. That was our end result. What could we do with what staffing numbers to satisfy our requirements? We took into account for the road districts, the cuts for the equipment operator positions, total maintained mileage, bus routes, population, and total area that each district went into. So what we're looking at is a cut of a total of 9 positions. 8 of those positions would be equipment operator positions, and 1 position would be a records clerk position. Now, there are some options on the table that still need to be vetted out as far as some outside funding to secure 1 position in our Murray district. It was recommended through this process that at this time, because we don't have the revenue secured, that we officially eliminate that position, and then I will come to the board if and when we get the supporting documentation to reinstate that, so we're not stuck with a position that we cannot pay for. So at this point, I am recommending reducing from 4 full-time up in the Murray district down to 2 full-time, knowing that 1 of those positions could possibly be funded and reinstated in the very, very near future. In District 2, we will reduce from 7 full-time benefited positions down to 5 full-time benefited positions. That results in the elimination of 2 full-time benefited equipment operator positions. District 3, we will reduce from 7 full-time benefited positions to 5 full-time benefited positions, resulting in the elimination of 2 full-time equipment operators. District 4, we will reduce from 4 full-time benefited positions to 2 full-time benefited positions. This results in the elimination of 2 full-time benefited equipment operator positions. In the Public Works Office itself, we will eliminate 1 records clerk position. This position was created in January of 2022 to help alleviate the increased workflow in our office. Prior to the creation of this position, the office was only staffed with 1 public works director and 1 administrative assistant. So this will result in the elimination of 1 full-time benefited records clerk position for a total of 9 positions at this time.
Okay, Murray's District
1.
1?
Yes.
And District 2 is?
District 2 is Smelterville.
Smelterville.
District 3 is Osborne. And District 4 is Marble Creek.
Okay. So District 1 we would be eliminating one position.
Well, at this point, we would be eliminating two positions.
Two positions.
Yes, and
Sorry.
that is the one where it
Okay.
may possibly be on the table in the very near future that I would be coming to the board to reinstate that position.
Okay.
So 2 positions for District 1.
Mm-hmm.
So, okay, District 2, or 2 positions as well.
Mm-hmm.
3, 2 positions as well.
Mm-hmm.
And 4,
Two
2
positions.
positions. Okay,
Out of these
in office 1.
positions, how many are vacant right now?
Right now, 8 of the 9 positions are vacant. And that is because we were conservative for the last 6 to 8 months because the SRS hadn't funded. We, as people retired or moved on, we did not seek to fill those positions. We kind of held off in the event that this happened. So right now we do have 1 filled position.
Okay. The board have any discussion or any thoughts? You ready to vote?
Before you vote, I would like to just bring up one thing. Mr. Beener and I did have a conversation before the meeting started, and I definitely appreciate his suggestions. He had wondered about the possibility of if we scaled back on our sanding purchase in the Osborne district because we do have some materials there, would it possibly save a position? You know, I had told him that I had asked the clerk's office to run the numbers for another purpose of the funded position that could be coming in, and that it would exceed that amount. I am certainly open to looking at any creative solutions for how we can save these positions. I think it's something that, given the time constraints of finalizing the budget, and you know, I think it could be something that if something could be figured out, I would certainly come back to the board
Okay.
and look at that, you know, such as the solution that we're possibly looking at for the Murray district. If we can find a way to fund these other positions at this point, given our time frame, you know, I was instructed that, you know, I've been working with ICRIMP on the best practices moving forward with this horrible situation, that we would need to start the process of getting the official determination from the board to cut the positions. And then if we had a way to fund them, then I would come back to the board and refund them. So
Okay.
I am
That's
certainly
a good-
open to actively
good to know.
working with anybody. If anybody has any suggestions,
Yes.
I am open to those.
Yes, I know also the equipment has been,
Yes.
is being another thing that's being looked at.
Yep, which is why we've kind of held off on
Yep.
advertising for the surplus at this
Yeah.
point. You know, I would like to revisit those conversations, but there are other,
Right.
we definitely have some
Yes.
other avenues that we would like to explore.
Yeah.
But unfortunately, with where we're at in the budget
And we
planning
have-
process.
And out of those 8, we have 8 open positions basically. We don't have
Correct.
it, so we're
Correct.
eliminating.
We're eliminating the
Yeah.
position,
But
but
not
not
the
the
person
people.
that is
Unfortunately, we
attached to
do
it.
have one person that is attached to a position.
Yes. Okay. Okay. I would entertain a motion.
I'm trying to figure out what the motion would say.
Basically, we'll just, I would think we go by each district, District 1, District 2, District 3, and District 4, and then do the office. And then just go by 2 operator positions in District 1, 2 operator positions in District 2, and then will that be sufficient?
I think it would.
Okay.
Well, then I'll try. I would motion that we authorize the reduction in force as described today, which summarized is to reduce 2 positions for operators in the Murray District, 2 in Smelterville, 2 in Osborne, 2 in Marble Creek, and 1 in the main office.
Second it.
All in favor? Aye.
Aye.
Okay. Okay. I appreciate your hard work, and this is hard times, and
Yes,
this
it
isn't
is.
something
No.
none of us look forward to,
No.
and it
No.
just,
It's out of our control right now.
yeah.
And we'll do our best
Still
to
unforeseen.
try to come up with funding to fund future operations and rebuild the department.
Yeah. And we're lacking federal funding. That's,
Mhm.
you know, we got a big hit from our SRS funding didn't come through, and that's one of our main
That's
purposes.
one of the main funding
The
sources.
state highway revenue,
hmm
and that's,
And that's a large portion,
Large portion.
$841,000 from that we're
Yeah.
not able to utilize for operating costs. So definitely a hit to us, not on, nothing to do with on the local level. It is all
it's
federal
all
and
federal
state
and state.
trickling down to us. And unfortunately, that's how our department is funded.
you know, the department wasn't never funded with the with our tax revenue, property
Correct.
tax revenue. It was
Correct.
always funded by federal
And
funds that came in,
state,
and
yeah.
it's just kind of, and we are low on our federal on our property tax revenue. I mean, we only 30% of our budget is our
Is
property
property
tax
taxes.
revenue.
Correct.
The rest of the counties in Idaho and get have 50%. So I mean,
Right.
we just don't have so we do rely on outside sources, and this is hard.
Mhm.
Yes, it is.
Mhm. It's a trickle down effect.
You know,
When they start cutting up top, it starts trickling down, and rural counties are probably the ones that take.
the biggest hits.
Yeah.
Yes.
Any other comments or
No.
public comment?
No.
Okay. All right. I appreciate your hard work, and it's really sorry to see this. And no further questions. We're adjourned. Thank you.